Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. George Santos, 87 months sentence in prison. Well, his friend and colleague, Donald Trump, pardon him. Think that's an option for Mr. Santos? You think the sentence was a fair and equitable sentence? Donald Trump, obviously, is a convicted felon. He's serving no time. He's president of the United States. George Santos, con, stealer, deceiver, manipulator, is not going to be a free man for a long time. Is that right? Is that justice? Well, I don't think it's justice. Do I think he should serve his time? Absolutely. But is it fair that others get away with murder? Others get away with all types of actions that are unlawful, deceitful, and serve no time, even when convicted? The justice system is not fair. It's not just. You just call it that because, some people in the past wanted something to have balance. The scales of justice. Justice is blind. No, it's not. How can anybody say that? How can anybody say it in the past? How can law and order people believe in law and order? Because there is a need for law and order. It's a requirement in society. But who handles the law and order? Look at what's happening today with the FBI and the investigations and the arresting of judges and all these other things that are going on. It's going to get worse, not going to get better. George Santos is just a way of doing things, just a way he got in the way of something, some action. But he was stupid and he got caught. Even when we heard the blurbs on the news, you knew he was going to get caught. If law enforcement just opened their eyes, it was all over the place. It was blatant. So what are they doing? How is this justice in America or justice around the world? It's the same shtick everywhere. People in power have the advantage over people who don't have power. It's really obvious. But people don't want to say it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to shine a spotlight on the issues. It's been forever that we've had injustice. It's always there. It's always a battle. People have to understand that it's a battle. People who want justice, we have to be satisfied with some consequence for an action. It may not be the right one. It may not be any level of satisfaction to the victim or victims. Because the victim is never really satisfied just because some, brutal person who beat people up or hurt people and spends some time in prison. That doesn't heal the wounds. And it doesn't heal the wounds for people who Santos had conned and cheated out of money. And of course, that veterans dog situation was just unbelievable. But it shows what kind of person he is. And I don't know half or anything really of what he's done, just a little bit I heard on the news. But it's a never ending battle, just like Superman. Truth, justice, and the American way. That was back in the 50s. Is it true today? Is that what we have? Is that what we guide ourselves to? Truth, justice, and the American way? Look around us. Ask yourself, is that what you see out there? The effort to achieve those goals? Yes, it's a comic book. Yeah, it was a TV show. Yes, it was a movie. But they were guide points or a way to at least help people, children especially, get an idea that honor and dignity and fighting for goodness has its value. We see that today, but it's changing in the entertainment field. Entertainment is showing that society is all over the place. Good doesn't always win. Justice isn't always served. You root for the bad guy many times nowadays. It's a different world. George Santos is only an example of what that world can create. But is it moral that he serves that kind of time? Well, that's the limit that the law gave. He couldn't get any more. Was that right? Is that equitable? Is that fair? Does that do anything for this society when other people are running free? I would say yes, it does. It shows that there is a judicial system, as problematic as it is, but it is there. And it shows that we have a lot of work to do to bring back, well, the system was never fair. Just look at history. I mean, I've said it time and time again. The old days, the old way is not the good way, it's just the old way. But we can learn from those things. There are elements of the old way that are better than the new way. Let's incorporate those and make it a better system, a better world, a better judicial system, where people aren't afraid to stand up, where judges aren't afraid to stand up and do their job, that police aren't corrupted, that legislators aren't corrupted, that, all these people who have influence in our lives, who are there to protect and serve us, actually do it. So, yeah, I think it has value, but it's not really that on the radar. It's just not. Once done, it's gone. George Santos is going to be no more. But anyway, we have a lot to do. He's just an example of the work that needs to be done, of what the judicial system can do under a lot of pressure not to do anything. But it can do some things. We have to keep hope. Well, we have to keep going to the good, keeping hope alive and character matters. Very simple ideas. Very simple ideas. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. If you like what you hear, subscribe, hit the like button, and pass it on to someone if you think it has value. Have a good day. Bye for now.